All right, let's move on. Florida State at Clemson. Florida State's number 4. They're favored by only 2.5. So they're playing an unranked Clemson. They're only favored by 4.5. Why? Because of last week against Boston College. That's why I told your fan base, Florida State, that's like, oh, no. It's like, oh, crap. We thought this was going to be an easy game, and now all of a sudden it's not. They're coming off of that win over Boston College. By the way, Boston College only beat Holy Cross by 3 the week before. So, like, there's some questions for Florida State. Meanwhile, Clemson has won the last 7 meetings over the Noles. Florida State has only won at Death Valley 1 time in the last 20 years. They're 1-9 in that stretch. And like we saw last week, just because we think Tennessee is definitely better than Florida, it's a location where Tennessee just doesn't win. The same can be applied to this game. The same can be applied to this same. A Florida State win would hand Clemson their 2nd loss in the ACC. They are going to get the best shot from Clemson that they can possibly get. The difference is that Clemson is not like Alabama in the sense that their roster is not the same as Alabama's this year. So they're not quite the lion that can go into the Muhammad Ali effect and say like, nope, not today, not here. Now they might win. But that would only be because Florida State has some flaws of their own, okay? I will say this, and this is just an interesting point to this game. If it comes down to a kick late, it's like, it's the most interesting thing that I've seen in a long time. Clemson's kicking situation, they've been bad all year. And if you're a Tiger fan, you know what I'm talking about. So Dabo finds out that his old backup walk-on kicker, who retired in the spring, is no longer on the team. But that guy was still taking an online master's course, so he's technically still a student and technically still has a year of eligibility. So because of COVID, because everyone has like 1,000 years of eligibility. I think I might have it. I think everyone in the room might have an extra year of eligibility, by the way. So he calls up this guy and he's like, come on back. And so you might have this guy go out there and try a kick. And here's what Dabo said about it. This is amazing. Here's a quote. I'm going to read it. It's either going to be a great story or it's going to be terrible. It's not going to be anything in between. I hope Saturday doesn't come down to a kick. I don't know if my heart can take that. So now that's all I'm rooting for. It's a 2.5-point spread, and I want this to come down to a kick. I want desperately this to come down to a kick. I don't know about that Florida State team because I don't know about LSU. You know, we're finding out about a lot of people here. Thank you for watching the Joel Klatt Show YouTube channel. And if you liked this clip, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. And you can stay up to date on all of my college football coverage.